While Russia says it has destroyed dozens of missiles launched by Ukraine, but some did get through, killing at least 4 people, including 3 children. The Russian Defense Ministry says 13 missiles and 32 drones were shot down over several Russian regions. A child was reportedly killed in eastern Bryansk, and 2 were killed in Belgorod. The Ukrainian attacks come just a day after Russia fired a barrage at Ukraine, killing 39 people and injuring more than 150. The Ukrainian Air Force is calling for the country to strengthen its air defenses in the wake of Poland's claim that a Russian missile crossed into its airspace. Polish officials say the object was there for 3 minutes and traveled about 40 kilometers. Poland has been supporting Ukraine since the war began in 2022. Joining us now to discuss this further is Ukrainian MP Inna Sovsun. Thank you very much, Inna, for joining us today.
Thank you for having me, Roger.
It's been a difficult couple of days for you with that massive air barrage from Russia. What do we know about it right now?
Well, we do know that the attack took place in multiple cities all over Ukraine. We have seen attacks I woke up to a loud explosion over here in Kiev, multiple attacks in my native Kharkiv, in Odessa, in Dnipro. In Dnipro, they actually targeted and they hit the maternity ward with multiple women who were given birth there at that time. They were luckily in the shelter, but still the story itself is just extremely dramatic. We do know that, as you reported, 39 people have been killed. 13 people have been killed in Kiev alone. That is the today's number that we have. But there are still people missing, so the number can be actually bigger. And that was indeed one of the biggest missiles attack in Ukraine, hitting very close to the city center, multiple buildings have been destroyed as a result of that attack.
Were there any military targets there, or was this just an attempt to sow terror?
No, there were maternity ward, for God's sake. There is no more civilian target than you can imagine. Kindergarten would be the less military target, probably. So it was definitely not a military object. You are clearly seeing the office buildings, the housing. I yesterday took my son to the dentist, and the building next to his dentist, which is a housing where people live. Half of the apartment is destroyed with the Russian missile. Those are what you're showing right now are the warehouses of a private company, literally 5 minutes drive from my home. Definitely not a military object over there either. So that is a clearly attack on civilian population in civilian city.
Now, Ukraine launched missiles and drones today. Was this in response to this, or is this Ukraine going to try and step up the war and take it to Russia?
Well, all Ukraine is doing is clearly self-defense. That is one thing that need to be made clear. And then, of course, part of that self-defense is destroying capabilities inside Russia, military capabilities. And then the question is does that always, the targets are always the military targets. And then what happened in Belgorod, as reported by the Ukrainian air defense, is Russian air defense trying to hit Ukrainian missiles. And some of them have fell down inside the city.
And also, there was reports that a Russian missile ended up in Poland for 3 minutes, they're saying now. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, that is not the first time it happened. It has happened with Romania. It has happened with Poland as well. The truth is that Russia is a threat to the whole of Eastern Europe, at least, and I think people need to understand that. I do hope that this will not repeat itself, because I understand this is a scary reality. I do not expect there would be massive action taken as the result of that. We have seen that happen before, and unfortunately, this did not lead to any change in policy to a big extent.
Now, the UN Security Council has condemned the Russian attacks. What more could the UN do to try and end this?
Well, they could try to kick Russia out of the UN. The UN was created to sustain peace in the world, and they definitely are the biggest aggressive state in the world. So the efficiency of this organization itself is undermined by Russia being present there. Then, with Russia in the Security Council, there is not much that can be done, truly. So I think that it can only be used as a forum to try to shame Russia. But even that doesn't always work. We're seeing what they're doing in the UN. They're claiming that Ukrainians attacking cities inside Ukrainian territory and so on and so forth. So I truly believe that with Russia and the Security Council, the efficiency of the UN is clearly undermined, and unfortunately, I do not see how it can do a lot.
Okay. Inna, thank you very much for joining us today.
Thank you.
Inna Sovsun is a Ukrainian member of parliament.